Hello, this will be a C++ tutorial on the basics of C++ and getting to know the programming language. I will be learning alongside you. This will be learning moment for you and me. This will be the raw, unedited tape. I will not be editing this. I will make mistakes. I will misspeak. I will screw up. I'm human. The screen is off to the right. The center of the screen looks off to the right because my monitor is too large for the recording area. So I will do my best to change the size based on where you're looking. If you want to see the code that I'm writing each video, it will be under github.com/e-b15. That's the URL. If you click C tutorial, C-_tutorial, this will be the repository I will put it all under. I haven't really set it up, to be honest. I will tonight though. Yeah. So first step, you want to go to code.visualstudio.com/download. This will download Visual Studio for you. Go to Windows. If you're on Windows, you go here. If you're on Ubuntu, not Ubuntu, Linux, you go here. If you're on Mac, you go here, depending on the operating system you're using. Personally, I'm on Windows, so I'd click here, and then in the top right of your screen, there should be a little download thing coming. So that's done. Once it's downloaded, then you have to download the what's it called? The compiler. Couldn't think, so I apologize. You'd have to download the compiler. So here you go. Where is it? C++. Go here. Left you go to C++, down to GCC. Depending on the operating system you're using. But if you're on Linux, you go to GCC on Linux. If you're on Windows, you go to GCC on Windows. And obviously, so I'm on Windows, I go to GCC on Windows. And you basically follow the steps that it shows, and that will help you download the compiler to be able to use VS Code. So yeah, just follow the code, follow the steps. So that's done. I have Visual Studio Code up. I'm going to make this a bit larger, so let's see. I don't know if that will be big enough. That should be good, I think. I don't know. So we'll start in the beginning. So you want to make a new folder called whatever you want. I personally call it C++ because this would be my folder for everything C++ related. You want to click here. If this side is not opening, you go here, click there. So you press this little file plus button, and it makes a new file. So you need to name the file. I'm gonna name it hello world.cpp. The CPP is a file type. It tells the computer what file this is. If you're in Python, it'd be py, but here it's CPP be a C++. It changes based on the language. So we're gonna close that. So to get started, you want to start with #include greater than sign IO stream lesson sign. So this basically tells the computer to use the library that is in and out. I's in, O's out. I believe, if I'm correct, that's what connects the terminal to the code. I could be wrong, don't quote me. So just to get started, we're going to make a function. We're going to call it int main parenthesis. Well, so the parenthesis is where you put parameters. So like if you want a value that will be used in the function, you type it in there. So like if you're doing I don't know, if don't know if you're counting the number of cows, you can build the function around that, and then the number can change based on the input of the function. So you don't have to hard code the number. It can change for you. So basically, the boundaries to a function, they're open bracket, close bracket. You can type it like this. You can type it like that, or you can just do it like this. Personally, I do it like this. It makes the code look cleaner, in my opinion. But so we're gonna get into data types. But first, a comment. So comments are things that you can use to add little notes to the code, so you can like know what's happening, and you can leave notes for your future self. So a comment is 2 forward slashes, and then you type whatever you want. So hello. But here, I'm going to type all the data types we've int, or all the ones that we're going to be going over: integer, double, we have char, string, bool. Yeah, we're going to just be going over those 5. So integer, int is for integer, short for integer. So you declare an integer variable by int, and then the variable name, let's say, my int is equal to 10. So this basically is an integer. It's not 10.0. It's not, yeah. It can't be 10.0. You can because if it would be 10.0, then it wouldn't be an integer. I'll tell you what it would be in a minute. You can declare integers. You can just do int my age semicolon. So you don't have to have a value on it. You can just declare it and then use it later in the code. Yeah. So an integer, that's an integer. I'm gonna label them single whole numbers. Integer whole numbers. So we're gonna do double next. Numbers with decimals. Okay, so we're gonna call double. Because so it's basically just the data type. Int is the data type. Double is the data type. You're gonna do that a lot. Int my double is equal to 10.0. How about that? So you'll notice that integer and double, my int and my double, are very similar, but they are not the same. It depends on what you're doing. So the 10.0 may be needed for whatever. So like if you're adding 0.1 to something, you'd need a double. If you're not adding 0.1 to something, then if like you're just adding a whole number, then I'd do an integer. Then we're gonna do char. So first off, there's this thing called off topic. Every line, not really off topic, every line has to end with a semicolon. If it doesn't end with semicolon, the code breaks. So just get used to that. We're gonna do char next. So single characters are basically in the name. It's basically a variable where there's a single character held there. So char, my char is equal to, or no, let's say char math grade is equal to a semicolon. Single quotes are used for chars, and double quotes are used for strings. So if we're gonna do string next, we're gonna do dash string text. So we're gonna do std string, say get greeting is equal to hello. So std is standard library. You can think of a list of std like kind of telling the computer to go into a certain aisle in a store, and so it's just like if there are a bunch of aisles and then each aisle has the same thing, but it's just like different brands. you can think of STD as like the base, the most popular brand. It STD tells the computer to go to, I don't know, aisle 6, and then it'll find this and it'll use that most popular brand, kind of. I don't know if that's a very good analogy for what it actually is. I don't know, but personally, I find STD colon colon quite common. Like you type it a lot, but I find it annoying to type, so I do using it. Using it tells the computer to use what comes after. Using namespace STD. Spelled namespace wrong. So basically, this tells the computer to use this no matter what. Always go to this aisle in the store. So in that, once you do that, there's no need to type STD colon colon every single time you declare a string or something. Yeah. So that's bool. We have bool. Close. Bool. Cannot type. So bool is coding fun. So bool, it's a type of variable. Is coding fun, it's a variable, and then true. This is true. You can use this for this is like absolute values. You have is it, like, I don't know, a login page. Have they logged in? Yes or no? And it would change based on what happened. So, yeah. If you're coming from Python, is fish tasty? It's not false. It is not this. It cannot be capitalized. It's always uncapitalized. If you capitalize it, it won't work. So just don't capitalize it. Those are the variable types. So you have integer, whole numbers, double, numbers with decimals. Char is a single character. Strings are words. Bools are true or falses.